Good morning, everyone, and happy Thursday, September the 25th, and it is about 5:30 in the morning. So I just have a quick message for you. Sometimes we have to sit back and let God work. And I don't mean that like sometimes, I really mean all the time. When you know God has his hands on something, and I mean on anything, y'all have to listen to me and listen to me good, my love. Don't try to alter it. Don't try to switch it up. Don't make alterations to it. Please don't. Because he will take it away. We have to allow God to do his work and know what God has for us is definitely for us. Sometimes I think we get so overly excited that we'll stand in the way of what we know God has his hands on. And we cannot do that. Through my journey, I have really learned to just allow God to work. I tell people now God is the CEO of my life, right? And what I mean by that is I make no decision without my God. I make no decision without the CEO of my life. Yes, I may be the superintendent. I'm the boss. I'm the supervisor. I'm all those things, but God is the CEO of my life. So anything that he gives me, I never try to make alterations to it and get something bigger, get it sooner or quicker. I just politely sit and wait for him to give it to me. Because I know when he gives it to me, it's going to be the best thing ever, even if it's just something little. I know a couple of weeks ago, God told me to start focusing on the very small things when it comes to me looking at things and knowing where he has me. And I started to sit back and think like little things. Okay, so I'm going to start looking around and seeing the stuff that really don't matter. And a couple of days ago, I was sitting and I was thinking, it's even the little things that I'm blessed to have, which I always felt like I was appreciative of the little things. But then I had to really sit in it, the little things. And the reason I'm saying this because sometimes God can have a blessing for us. And we'll think, I can get more. I can get a bigger blessing. Things can work out for me even better. Or I got this business, but it ain't big enough. God's saying he's going to give me this amount for the business, but I think I can get more, right? So we make those alterations, and then all of a sudden what was going to once be is now not. So I think that was the message that he was giving me a couple of weeks ago when he said, look for the small things, because sometimes we can get stuck in our head and we can mess up something that God has for us. And I also think that obedience is bigger than sacrifice. So sometimes he just wants us to see his plan, even if we don't understand it. But we have to also be willing to look and know when it's God and it's not the world. We have to have faith that God can show up and show out in ways that the world can't. So, for example, it's been a lot of things, and y'all know I only share testimonies when God releases me to. But I will say this. It's been several things in my life that has happened. Not even just since I truly became a woman of God, but things has happened in my life for my whole life probably that I know the world would not understand. It was all because of God. You can't tell me that I can't get that loan because my credit score is too low. Because God, my God. You can't tell me that I can't get a house built from the ground up because my God. You can't tell me that I can't have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 businesses at one time that will be successful and well known because my God. You can't even tell me or anybody. I'm going to say a woman. Let's go here. You can't tell a woman that may be in her 50s and never had a child before that she can't and won't because of my God. You can't tell a man who has never been a man that anybody will look at as a husband because he may not be doing the right things in his life. Oh, he'll never be a husband. But you can't tell him he'll never be a husband because of my God. God can shift anything. Your rent is due on the 1st and you don't have the money to pay your rent and it's the 30th. And you don't have a dime and you can't say it's not possible because of my God. So we have to stop saying, oh, this can't happen and this ain't gonna happen and this ain't. Trust in God, walk with God, but only move the way that he wants you to move. And when you know his hands is on something, don't make alterations to it. Walk in it and enjoy the process and say, oh my God, you're good. And don't just say it, mean it, and believe it. When we tamper with what he has in the works, the whole thing can be voided out because you messed with it. Because God don't give us nothing in void. Nothing. But we can't just go tampering with stuff when you know he's telling you, trust me. Walk with me. Because then things will shift. And we may have to wait for him longer. Or after a while, once we just keep on not listening, he's going to pass it over to somebody else. And you're going to watch them have something that you once wanted. But you didn't trust his process. You wanted to tamper. Or either you were saying that you know it was him, but then you didn't have that faith. We have to trust God in his process. And I get it. It's hard because when I tell y'all, everything that I'm trusting him with in this season in my life, but I'm trusting him. Even when things get difficult and I don't know how I'm going to do this and I don't know how I'm going to do that, I still trust him. And I only speak with people that I know God is telling me to speak to about certain situations because some people are just there to try to block it. So you have to watch who you're speaking to. You have to watch who you're asking things to. You have to watch who you're allowing to pray for you. So because some people are not praying on your upcoming, they're praying on your downfall. Right? So I love each and every one of you, but most importantly, God loves you. Allow God to be the navigation of your life, and he definitely will not steer you wrong. Your girl is out. See y'all tomorrow.